All right, let's learn a Mishnah. Guys, this is a very interesting Mishnah, this Mishnah. This is a Mishnah, is Mishnah Vav. Yoshua ben Prachya v'nitai har beli. Kiplu mehem, right? They were receiving it from Yossi ben Yoezer and Yossi ben Yochanan Ish Yerushalayim, right? That's what we're up to, I think, Mishnah Vav, right? So we say like this. Yoshua ben Prachya v'nitai har beli kiplu mehem. They were receiving it from them. Who were Yoshua ben Prachya and v'nitai har beli? Yoshua ben Prachya was the Nasi of the Sanhedrin, the head of the Sanhedrin. Shechai b'mei Yochanan Kohen Gadol Achashmonai. He was living in the time of Yochanan Kohen Gadol Chashmonai. Now you have to know, Yochanan Kohen Gadol Chashmonai was a very, very chashuv person. He was 80 years the Kohen Gadol. 80 years the Kohen Gadol. And after 80 years of going into the Kodesh Kodashim on Yom Kippur, he decides that he wants to be a tzduki. You know what a tzduki is? There's a group of people, the tzdukim and the baitusim, we talked about this a little bit, right? The tzdukim and baitusim, these were two groups of people. What?
They just followed the Torah B'chsav?
They just followed the Torah B'chsav, and they went against the Torah Shebaal Peh. Now he decides after how many years? After 80 years of going into the Kodesh Kodashim. That's what it says. Al ta'amin ba'atzmacha ad yom motcha. Don't believe in yourself until the day you die. You never know. You never know where you can be swayed, how you can be swayed. And he started to go against Chachamim. Chavero ben Zugo was Nitai Har Beili. Who's Nitai Har Beili? Sheshimesh Av Bezdin. He was the Av Bezdin. Kasher Yochanan Kohen Gadol Nesat Tzduki. When he became a Tzduki, Yochanan Kohen Gadol, Besof Yamav, Veichel Lirdof et Prushim, and he started to be Rodef. He started to run after the Prushim, run after the Talmidei Chachamim. Barach Yoshua ben Prachya. Listen carefully. Yoshua ben Prachya then runs away to Alexandria Shemitzrayim. He goes to Alexandria in Egypt. V'chasher chalfa sakana shalach lo talmido Shimon ben Shatach l'shuv Yerushalayim. And when the sakana stopped, then his Talmud, Shimon ben Shatach, he sent him to come back. He told him to come back. Okay. Then Lefi Haggadah, in the Gemara says, Echad mitalmidav haya Yeshu. One of the Talmidim of Yoshua ben Prachya was Yoshke, Jesus Christ, Nebuch. He was the Talmid of Yoshua ben Prachya. V'hu nidcha al yidei Yoshua ben Prachya b'shtei yadav. Right? He was the one that's pushed away from Yoshua ben Prachya with two hands. And on him, on Yoshua ben Prachya, Chazal say, don't be like Rabbi Yoshua ben Prachya, who pushed away a person by two hands and he went to be Obed Avodah Zarah. You can push with one hand and pull with the other hand. Be careful. Don't just push away people with two hands. You push away too much, then a person goes off. Why do you have to make a person go off? Why do you have to make a person angry like that? But this is, so just think of the times. On the one hand, Yochanan Kohen Gadol is becoming a tzduki, and on the other hand, the Christianity is beginning, right? Christianity is beginning. Now, Christianity and Judaism are both against the tzdukim. They both don't hold by the tzdukim, because the tzdukim held that there is no olam haba and there's no tchias hamesim. That's what they held. And so it's a time of lots of waves. Okay. Now that we understand who these are, now let's learn the Mishnah. He says, Yoshua ben Prachya says, Aseh l'charav. The most important thing is to make a rav for yourself. Make a rav that you're going to listen to, that he's your ikar person that you're gonna go to for shilas. He's the ikar person that you're going to ask, right? Afilu shata v'hu shavim. Even if you're equal to this rav, mipnei sha'adam zocher ma shemelamdim oto yoter mima shu lamed levad. Because a person remembers more what they teach him than what he learns alone. Okay? Then the second thing is, Knei lecha chaver. You have to buy for yourself a chaver. A rav you don't have to buy because he's not supposed to be taking money for it. But a chaver, you want a chaver, give him a present, buy him some chocolate, buy him something nice, buy him some good things. Oh, Sadia, how's it going? Good to see you.
You too, Rav.
So he says, and give him a sefer, give him something nice. He has a birthday, give him something for his birthday. Very nice. Ve'vidan et kol ha'adam lekaf zchut, and be done all the person lekaf zchut. Okay, that's the Mishnah. Let's see the Bartanura. Asay lecharav, Rambam piresh Avot pishay no ra'ui. What we just said. Okay, I want to go into something else. I want to go into the Gemara in Avodah Zarah. This Gemara in Avodah Zarah is very interesting. Amalu Rav Chizda l'Rabbanan. Rav Chizda says to Rabbanan, Be'ina de'ema lechu milta u'mistafina d'shavkitu li vazlitu. I want to tell you something, but I'm afraid that you're gonna listen to me and then you're gonna just leave. You're gonna walk away. And he says like this: Kol halomei Torah me'rav echad. A person learns Torah from one Rav. Eino ro'eh siman bracha la'olam. He never sees a siman bracha. Shavku va'azil kamei derava. They bemet left. They left him. Amar lehu hani mili bisvara. So he explained what he meant was that you shouldn't learn from one person. That's talking about svara. That's talking about to learn svara, learn logic. Meirav aval Gemara meirav echad adif. But Gemara, you have to learn from one rabbi. Ki heichid de lo liflu glishni. So that the lashon of the Gemara shouldn't change on you, because every Rav has a different lashon that he teaches him. So the svara itself, you should learn from many people. The more people you learn from, the better your svara gets. But the learning itself, the text and everything, then you should learn from one Rav. Okay? So let me ask you something. What's the pshat of the Mishnah? What's the three things that are? What does one thing have to do with the other? Asay l'charav, I understand. Asay l'charav, so you'll know divrei Elokim chayim. So I have to I have to have a chaver. Ve'vidan kol adam lekaf zchut. Again, what's the kesher between the three things that the Tana Rabbi Yoshua ben Prachya is trying to push on us? What's he trying to say? What's the Seder HaDvarim? Anybody know? What do you think, guys? Yosef, what do you think, Yosef?
I don't know, Rav.
What do you say, guys? You have something? You have something?
What was the question?
What?
What was it? Could you repeat the question?
I'm saying, what is the kesher between these three things? These three things, I understand Asay l'charav. The ikar is, during a time like this, that you have the Christianity coming out, and you have Yochanan Kohen Gadol going off. I understand why you have to Asay l'charav. You have to be medakdek in Divrei Chazal. You have to really steig and learn. But why do you have to knei l'chachaver and hevei dan kol adam lekaf zchut? What does one thing have to do with the other? Maybe I also understand knei l'chachaver. Maybe I understand that. But what does it have to do with the hevei dan kol adam lekaf zchut? Yeah.
I feel like maybe it's to get a clear visual of life.
What do you mean? Explain. Get into it.
Like, you have a Rebbe who guides you, and you have a friend who also can help you out. And if you see everyone in a good light, so I'm saying, I guess you see mamish what life's all about, and that will lead you to seeing, I guess, what the world's about, and how to interact with everything that's going on.
I hear, Yonason. What do you say, Yonason?
I feel like for a Rebbe, there's a certain extent that you could go to, right, with a Rebbe, but a friend could always be by your side way more. So yes, of course you should have a Rebbe, because he could teach you stuff that you can remember, or something that other people can't teach you. But a friend you always need, because a friend could always be by your side more than a Rebbe. A Rebbe has other things to deal with. He has a family. He has a lot of Talmidim. But a friend, it's more easier for him just to fully be there with you. So you need both.
Okay. And what does it mean? What's the kesher with that?
You're saying why to have the other two besides the Rebbe?
A Rebbe, when he's teaching something, Ivada has something in his head they're not. All these three things aren't legamre minutak. They're three things, but they're not divided from each other. They must have some sort of kesher between them. I'm looking for the golden, the thing that weaves them all together. That's what I'm looking for, right? when we learn Chazal, you're talking about Rabbi Yeshua ben Prachya, a Tana, from the Zugot. You're talking about Gdolei Hador. What were they thinking when they said these three things? What was he thinking? There must be a kesher between them. Bidan Adam lekaf zchut. In other words, you see a person, 50-50. You could be done in this way. You could say, you know what, he's a Rasha. You could say he's a tzaddik. Don't say that. Say that he's a tzaddik. What's the kesher between the other two things? Yeah.
If you judge someone like that, then it's less of a chance that he'll be pushed away. No?
Okay. So what are you saying? So it's part of being a Rav, part of being the Rebbe.
Well, I mean, if we're talking about like how he was pushed away from Judaism, so I mean, judging someone favorably could help the other guy. Like not, like I don't know. It's just
You're not coming
feel
out.
like it's connected a little bit.
Sorry, you're not
I
coming
feel
out.
like if you judge someone favorably, definitely will push them away.
So the limud is going to come out better. He's going to come out better. I hear. Very nice. I hear. What else, guys? You think of anything? Nathan, where are you today, Nathan? Where are you when I need you?
Bro,
Guys,
this is
good stuff. The guys are saying good stuff. What do you have to say?
I was gonna say this is a much harder question than yesterday. Not as easy.
I'll tell you what I think, guys. I agree with you all. You all have great pshatim. But what I think is the asay l'charav, you have to make for yourself a rebbe. That's an asiyah. You make for yourself a rebbe. You designate somebody who's a person that can give you direction in life. Uknei lecha chaver. What does it mean? And how do I get to the Rav? What the Mishnah is explaining, how do I get to what the Rav said? The Rav said Divrei Torah. Okay, that's all up here. Now, how do I bring it home? That's Knei Lecha Chaver. Knei Lecha Chaver means Knei Lecha Chibur. Get a Chibur to the Torah. How do I get a Chibur to the Torah? I get a Chibur through discussing it with my friend. That's a Chibur to the Torah. I get to a connection with the Torah. I'm getting that connection that I never had. I don't have a connection with the Torah yet just because I heard it from the Rav. The Rav said something, it's very beautiful. But I'm not mechuber to it. When I discuss what the Rebbe said with my friend, I get a chibur to it. That's a chavrusa. A chavrusa is a person I'm getting a chibur to the Torah. Knei lecha chibur. You want to buy for yourself a chibur. You want to really get that into, get a yerusha of divrei Torah. You have to get that chibur of divrei Torah. And then have a dana called adam lekaf zchut. That's the yofi of Torah. That's how you know that you got the Torah. When you can see the next guy in a chusadik way, when you see the next guy that he's really shining, you receive the Torah of the Rebbe. You receive the Torah of the Rebbe. The Rebbe can only give so much. He's giving it up here. But then it has to be digested. It has to be acquired. How do I acquire it? Get a chibur to it. Get into a discussion with your friend. Argue it out. Was the Rebbe right? Was the Rebbe wrong? All the tzaddim of the Rebbe. Now, once you get it, all of a sudden your eyes lighten and you have a dan kol ha'adam lekaf zchut. And then when you see a person, you're always going to see the zchus of that person. You're not even going to be able to see anything bad in the person because the person is good. A yid is always good, right? A yid is always a good person. And when we see this, then we chap divrei Torah. That's how I know. That's like the barometer. How do I know if I really acquire Torah? If I start to look at people with good eyes like this, with good eyes. If I look at people with emesika eyes and I can see and don them, I'm looking at them, I'm judging them, but I'm judging them with a favorable eye, I know I acquired the Torah of a Rebbe. That's how I know that it's Torah Hashem. It's a beautiful Torah. In other words, what he's trying to say, Rabbi Yeshua ben Prachya, Rabbi Yeshua is mamish. He's being Moshiach. He's being Moshiach like a perach, like a flower. He's bringing out that flower, right? He's bringing out the flower that's inside us, the emeskite that's inside us. You want to learn Torah. A lot of the people learn Torah. They all learn up here. Guys, don't learn just up here. That's not Torah's Chaim. You have to learn up here. You have to learn over here. I have to learn with my legs. I have to learn vaya ekiv tishmun. I have to hear it from the bottom of my foot. From my soul. I have to hear it. Right? That's how much I have to learn Torah. Torah isn't just up here. It's not just a mind game. It's not an intellectual game here. That's not what it is. Torah is Chaim. Torah is Chaim. So the Torah of the intellect, you're learning from the Rebbe. The Torah of the Lev, you're learning from the Chibur. And the Torah, how do I know that I've really got it? If my eyes can see it differently. If my eyes can see a Yid in real light, and I can see that he's real and it's really, really something big, that a Yid is higher than anything in this world, I receive Torah as Hashem. I receive Torah as Hashem. And this is Be'emes, what Rabbi Yeshua ben Prachya, I think this Mishnah is showing us that Rabbi Yeshua ben Prachya is talking about himself. Rabbi Yeshua ben Prachya didn't chap Yoshke. Okay? Yoshke had big problems. He was looking at women, and because he was looking at women, Rabbi Yeshua ben Prachya said, "What are you looking at? What is that?" Right? And he pushed him away. But he wanted his Talmidim to get the true Torah that he was trying to say. He wasn't trying to push him away completely. He was trying to tell him, listen, get your act together. Get a chibur to Torah. Get an emes kind of Torah. The emes kind of Torah you can only get through a chavrusa. If there's no chavrusa, it's mavis. You don't have anything. So you got the tail end of what the Rebbe said. Did you really understand what the Rebbe said? No, because you never discussed it with anybody. Then you miss the whole thing. Then you start to look at the next guy, and you start to look at Yoshke and this and that. Had Yoshua ben Prachya looked at Yoshke with good eyes, he wouldn't have gone off. And Rabbi Yeshua ben Prachya in this Mishnah is doing the tshuva on what he did there. Chachamim come down on him. Chachamim come down on Rabbi Yeshua ben Prachya. They come down on him. They don't be like Rabbi Yeshua ben Prachya that pushes a person away with two hands. And Rabbi Yeshua ben Prachya himself is putting that into the Mishnah. It's a very beautiful thing. He's mamish putting it into the Mishnah that what you have to do is when you give it shir, get the Talmidim not to discuss it, and get the Talmidim to really get to the ore of it, and then take it, and then they'll take, if they take it in the right way, then they'll see Havidan kol ha'adam lekaf zchut. Every person in the wholeness of the person. If you take, it doesn't say Havidan kol adam lekaf zchut. It says Havidan kol ha'adam lekaf zchut. What's ha'adam? What's ha'adam? Because we're all coming from Adam Arishon. We're all got shaykhs to emeskait. Ashivenu Hashem elecha v'nashuva chadei shamenu kikedem. When we can get to our emeskait, that's the emeskait of a yid. When we can see that another yid is on a real high level, and we can dan him lekaf zchus. This is the biggest thing. The wholeness of the person look at. Don't just look at one thing he did. So he did one thing. Everybody does one thing. But if you look at the wholeness of him, is he really a bad person? Maybe he's a gaval. Maybe he's a big person. Maybe he could be a mamish gadol hador. Make him into gadol hador. Who makes him into gadol hador? The Talmud that a Rebbe makes in a proper way will make the next person into a gadol hador. One will be a gadol hador in Gemilas Chesed. One will be a gadol hador in Limud. One will be a gadol hador in this. But it'll be gadol. In other words, find yourself. You want to search out Ha'adam. You want to find that inner person that's inside him. And if you can find Adam Arishon in a person, you can find that Hashivenu that's in a person, that Emeskite that's in a person, you found his gem. You found who he really is. You found who he really is. And that's really what Divrei Torah is about. Divrei Torah is mamish a shining light on the whole world. It's changing the whole world. It's making everybody better. And if the Talmud can't see that, he didn't understand the Rav. Or the Rav didn't understand Divrei Torah. One or the other, right? But a Rav that really understands Divrei Torah is trying to show what Emeskite is. Is Emeskite in Divrei Torah. The beauty of Divrei Torah. The beauty of what another Yid is. And we have to see that. That's Aseh Lecha Rav, Uknei Lecha Chaver, Knei Lecha Chibur. Chibur to the Torah. Buy for yourself a chibur with the Torah, and then then if you really saw what the chibur of the Torah is, you really understood the chibur of the Torah, you would be melamed zchus on everybody. And that's the godless of Divrei Torah. That's the hemshech of Divrei Torah. That's the hemshech of this Rav. Yeah, it's a very, very big Torah. It's a very big thing to understand this, because it's mamish nogea to the time period he's living. He's living in a time period of such waves in Klal Yisrael, in the world. This is the beginning of the biggest religion in the world today. The biggest religion in the world is starting from something that Rabbi Yoshua ben Prachya did wrong, right? And we have to learn from this what to do right. Look for a person. Don't just judge so quickly. Look at the whole person. Look at the whole personality. Is he really that bad? Let's take it. All right, so he's looking at women now. To say that. Listen, if we would do that today, we wouldn't have any Talmidim, right? We wouldn't have any Talmidim. It wouldn't be good. So it's not even a thing today, right? So we have to make Talmidim. And we have to be Mekarev Yidden. And we have to bring them closer. And the judgment is, if this Talmid can really look at another person and see the beauty inside him, we were Matzliach B'siyata Dishmaya. All right, guys? Any questions? Any questions? It's a very miuchedet Mishnah. It's a very, very, very miuchedik Mishnah. Very, very miuched. You hear, guys? You hear it? I think it's the Bezrat Hashem. Bezrat Hashem. We'll steig. All right?
Thank you, Rav.
Don't forget, Yonason, bring your tati tomorrow. Bring your tati. He'll say shir. Bezrat Hashem.
I'm gonna try.
Yeah, Bezrat Hashem. All right.